The first brush that we really want to use to get in and start adjusting the shape of our model is the Move brush. The Move brush you can access by clicking the brush pop-up and then navigating to the Move brush. Now, it's quite difficult to see with all of these brushes, and they're a little bit small because my interface is a little bit small for the recording. But you can always just press the first letter of the brush that you want to search. So in this case, Move, and then all of my M brushes is highlighted. So this will make it easier for me to just quickly find it. And then later on, if I want, I can just use this secondary letter, the B that's right there, and it'll automatically switch me over. So let's test that. Let's switch over to, say, the standard brush. Press S and then Q. Standard brush. That does one thing. Now we're going to press B for the brush pop-up, M for Move, and then B for the brush hotkey. Now you can increase the draw size, the size of your brush, here along the top. So now I've got a much larger brush and I'm affecting a much larger change in the model. You can also just press S on the keyboard and do the same thing. So what we want to do is navigate this to a side view and then set our draw size and pull out a chin. We can zoom out a bit and just try to get this roughly in the shape of a head. We're going to worry about the proportions along the side. Make sure the chin is relatively well established. Let's turn perspective off so that we can just do this a little bit more cleanly. And then looking at this slightly in 3/4, you can turn perspective back on if it helps. Remember, this gray line is our center line, so we can visually just figure that out. And right where these red dots meet is our center line. So we're going to lower our draw size, go about halfway for the orbit of the eye, and then just pull back to establish the eye itself. Okay? Then we're going to pull the nose forward and just start to establish some of the basic proportional shapes. Now, don't worry about it getting a little out of hand in terms of topology, things like that. Just worry about getting the form in place. Now, something else that's really important as you're sculpting is locking this to a side view or a front view. The way you do this is you rotate close to the side view, then you press and hold Shift. Lift up your pin. Let's do that again. Press and hold Shift. Lift up your pin. Let go of Shift. If you're rotating it close, you press Shift down and then you let go of Shift before the pin, then it just starts rotating again. So you want to press Shift, hold it down, lift the pin up, let go of Shift. Once you've done that a few times, it'll be second nature. Pull the sides of the nose in, and we're just having fun here. Don't want you to get worried about any particular process or trying to make this too realistic just yet. We're going to look at a whole bunch of tools that are useful and essential for creating realism. And the Move brush is really only one in quite a vast toolkit. So don't sweat this one too much at the moment. Okay, we're going to leave it roughly like this. I'm going to press Alt while pushing in to just push that along the normals a little bit more. It's really just going to sink the orbit of the eye in. I'm going to be a little careful here for the frontal process of the maxilla. And just lightly describe the orbit of the eye. Again, not sweating this too much. There's a lot wrong, and we're just kind of just working towards something. Alright, now the move brush, it's really important to just be very mindful of how this is working. It's moving along the picture plane. That is it. So if you want to move in a certain direction, you need to orientate your model, and then notice how that pulled towards the center, because that was really the picture plane. That was the direction I was looking at this. So to use move, you are positioning your model in relationship to you, and then just moving these pieces. So it can get a little counterintuitive, but it does work. And again, press Alt to push out, push in, and it'll pull and push along the normal.